Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon, Mr. Yeo. I understand from earlier testimony you became a public servant with DND on September the 19th of 2023, and you last testified before a committee on October 31st, 2023, approximately a month and a half after you secured full-time employment as a public servant. So the question I put to you is, and I've read the transcript of your previous testimony, sir, at no point in time, despite being asked several questions about the nature of your employment, you focused squarely on your directorship and your shares within Dalian, and you said absolutely nothing about the fact that you were a public servant. So it begs the question, why would you withhold that information from Canadians?
Yep. Appreciate the question. So this needs to be analyzed a little bit more. And it was September 19th that I joined the public service. It was 42 days later that the meeting, came to us, and we were invited as Dalian. I was invited to come to and speak at OGO as Dalian. The understanding is that Dalian holds a top secret facility clearance. And those that know what a top secret facility clearance is knows. And I hold a higher, and did hold a higher than top secret security clearance for Dalian. As well, in my short time of 42 days with the department, I also have a top secret clearance there and a secret clearance. So, by nature of that aspect, and the fact that this had zero to do with D&D, it had zero to do with, what I do during the day as a high assurance specialist for the department. It has zero to do with my employment there, as well as the fact that... Okay,
sir, I'm going to stop you there because my time, sir, I'm going to stop you there. My time is limited. I don't accept your response, and I think most Canadians don't accept that response. After a month and a half, you were divesting your interests in Dalian. You had resigned as a director. You put all of your interest in a blind trust, and you were working on a full-time basis with DND, correct? You had no interest in Dalian, yet you gave the impression that you were still an active participant in this two-person company. So, sir, with respect, I completely disagree with your word salad of an explanation because it just doesn't add up. Now, I'm going to move on to a monetary aspect. You confirmed to my NDP colleague that you received $91 million in federal contracts since Justin Trudeau essentially took over government in 2015. What is your commission rate of that $91 million?
So as a business from Dalian's perspective, and these were TBIP's professional services contracts.
Sir, just the commission rate, please.
Sure, but I need to preface that to make sure that...
No, you don't. I'm asking for a number, sir, or a range. Yeah. What is your commission?
Most of the time, it ranges between 12 and 20%. And in this case, for the ArriveCAN aspect, okay, that 91 million wasn't ArriveCAN, by the way, but for the ArriveCAN aspect, it was 18.2 from what my staff told me.
18.2% for ArriveCAN. And you said you disagree with the AG's report that you only received 4.9 million.
1.6 million a year, yes.
Okay, so your 18.2% of 4.9, I can't do the quick math. Was that shared between you and your partner?
Yeah, no, so you have to understand that's gross profit, right?
Was it shared between you and your partner? Is it a 50-50 share operation with your other partner?
It's a gross profit, and when it gets to be a gross profit, you have to factor in expenses, employees, wages, commissions.
I understand that, sir. Were you sharing?
At the end of it, sure.
Were you sharing in the profits 50-50?
No, not 50-50. I'm a majority shareholder in Dalian.
Okay, so what was your share of the $4.9 million?
Well, it's not $4.9 million though. It's revenue. That's $4.9 million in revenue.
Okay, let's not play games. What did you take home? What was your commission for ArriveCAN? Give me a number, please.
There is no number because
why not?
Because when you own a business, and you have multiple.
You have to declare this as income, sir. So why would you not have this number? You're going to provide this committee, sir. You're going to provide this committee within 7 days your actual remuneration or bonuses on the ArriveCAN app. Okay, within 7 days.
If we get asked to do that, sir, we will absolutely provide it. It's not an issue.
And then over and above that 4.9 million, I want to know.
Mr. Brock, you're out of time, but you've asked for some documents. I just want to ensure that Mr. Yeo, is that you received a request from a member to provide some financial documents? Is that something you're prepared to do? Is that something you can do within a reasonable amount of time? I say that because often witnesses will agree to provide information that is requested by the committee. I think you said if you're asked by the committee, you would do so. We can formally do that, but we tried to avoid that. Is that the information Mr. Brock asked you to provide? Is that something you could do?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm willing to support the committee on anything and everything that you guys need to be able to get to where you need to go. So if there's a request for what kind of remuneration would have come out of 4.9 million in ArriveCAN, then we will provide that.
Okay,
sure.
I appreciate that. I also, Mr. Brock mentioned 7 days. I'm a little more generous. You have a couple weeks to get that before you begin to get some calls from my assistants on this committee. But thank you. I appreciate the clarity on that.
I can assure you we'll get back.
I believe you will. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. Brock, that is your time. Moving now to Ms. Yip. You have